was gonna sing a kid theme song, but never mind. Don't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah, we don't want that.
But welcome.
What's up, y'all?
What's up? It's Friday. It's not Friday. It's Thursday. Is it Friday? It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It is Friday. Yay! Forever I thought it was. Wait, is it Thursday?
Just because you missed a day with us.
Oh yeah.
You're a day behind. Well, I mean, it's technically about to be like Saturday over here in like 9 minutes.
Y'all, how did we get to, what is it, the 22nd? About to be the 23rd? Like, what?
The end of the year is here. My manager today, she was like, I don't know if it was her or the other guy, but one of them was like, can y'all believe it's the end of December? Like, wow, where did the year go? And I was like, honestly, I'm ready for this year to wrap it up. Like, let's go on to the next one.
On to the next one. On to the next one. Let's put that year over there while we go over here.
For real. Lock it up in a box. Store it away.
Do a little spinny on the wheel. Hey, don't get stuck in your past. Better swerve.
Anyways, I think we should go ahead and just get into it because today we are at the end of Genesis, the book of Genesis. We have chapters 39 and 40 to read, and they are both about 30.
Wait, y'all. She meant we're at the end of Exodus.
What'll I say?
You said Genesis.
Oops.
No, we already, we
already finished that book up.
I'm like, we built the ark and saved the animals. Like, we're over that. We did that. Been there, done that.
I meant to say we're at the end of Exodus. Yeah. 39 and 40, y'all. We're about to wrap it up today.
That's exciting.
You will not see or hear from us again until the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Until then.
Until we meet again. Well, I mean, I think it's good because I feel like, with this new year, I think everybody needs to, clear their mind, gather their thoughts, gather, their goals, plan, and just clean, like clear your house. Make sure you get rid of, things you do not need that is not serving you in your house, taking up space, where you may need other things to fill that space,
Yeah.
Other blessings that are going to come into your space.
Yeah.
And just, with the end of the year, I think people are just going to be busy. Then there's that new year. Everybody's planning for the new year holiday. Making plans, buying an outfit. Because I remember, everybody would buy, outfits for that New Year's. Brand new outfit. Or is that just me?
Buy a new outfit for New Year's?
I remember, growing up, we were going to, an event. I remember, everybody's just putting on the best suit or clothes, just something that's basically new. Yeah, when you go to, a New Year gathering.
Yeah. I think, I remember doing that mostly for, for church, for Easter. Maybe for church for Christmas.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
not really New Year's.
Well, I can see it though, like for people, especially who are going like to the clubs or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever grown folks do on New Year's, girl, you know they about to turn up and go
Yeah.
busting
Well,
it
I
back.
was gonna say, yeah, I know I've for myself personally, not like to go to no specific event, but just just to come in the New Year's with something nice. Like I know I've bought some stuff off of Sheen or the Ross just to wear in the house and don't go nowhere. Just so I can have something nice on. Like I've done that before.
She like, I look good for me, myself, and I.
Yeah, for real. For real. But
She walking in her house like this with her little wine cup, like,
yeah, for
yeah,
real.
looking
Y'all had
good.
my she said wine cup, but really it was a cup full of tequila. And
Well, look, I just felt like the wine glass was extra fancy. So you just walking around your house with bougie. That's your sad
we
vodka.
used to buy I don't know if my sister's gonna get it this year, but every year when we were younger, my mom made a tradition. Every year she would buy sorry, take my socks off. Every year she would buy what are those things called? It's like sparkling
Oh,
Welch's sparkling grape juice.
yeah.
And then we would drink that for New Year's.
That's hilarious. That's
Yeah.
cute. Yeah. I think we did it before too.
Yeah.
Once. Not like, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, we would do that every year. And that was just like our way of like having some fancy drink to bring into the New Year's. And then she would
Yeah.
buy us like them little fancy little Happy New Year's hats that you get from the dollar store and a little
Them hollering. Yeah. That's funny.
yeah. And we would just do something
Okay.
together.
Okay. I definitely don't ever remember wearing no New Year's hat ever.
A New Year's hat? Not a hat.
Yeah.
It was like one of those what do you call it?
Yeah.
Like a
Not
thing
even
you just
that
put on your
either. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like a little crown.
hmm
Just the letters.
something. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. Okay. Huh.
But yeah. Anyways, let me do this recap.
Yeah.
I do this recap because it's really quick. Basically, the last 30, let's see, 36, 37, and 38, they went through the process of making, pretty much creating everything that uh, the Lord had told Moses to tell the people to create. So in 38, now they're creating the altar for the burnt offerings, which we looked up and I thought it was literally like a table, and it kind of is, but it's more like a fire pit the size of a bedside table, or maybe even a little bigger than a bedside table.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the ear is ringing,
Mm.
but yeah. So we went through the process of that, and I don't want to get too detailed because basically they're just repeating. And that's what they want. They did that. They made the bronze basin. It was made out
Yeah.
of basin to wash their hands and their feet. They made the court that went around the tabernacle, and like how to create that. They talked about the materials for the tabernacle. Um, and yeah, that's basically what we talked about in 38.
Did my lighting get brighter or did it stay the same?
I didn't notice a difference.
Oh, okay. That's so funny. So apparently, like if you have an iPhone and you my lightning was down, but it's so bright and I'm like, I look pretty dark. And all I did was like turn my lighting up and literally for me it got way bright. I was like, oh, it's way lit and I just didn't know because my thing was low. But
Oh,
yeah,
so it was just the lighting on your phone.
yeah, it's just funny, girl. But okay. So yeah, y'all, it was basically like a repeat for this chapter. Like just recap Yeah, just going through what they were remaking and explaining all the measurements and the design and all that.
Yeah.
The metals.
Which I
All
think
that
we're
art.
going to be doing that a little more with this next chapter. So,
Mm,
yeah.
okay. Well, hopefully we find something interesting in all that. I'm sure we'll find something.
Yeah, I just had a. I'm really cozy, okay?
You look
I
cozy. Like
just.
I'm jealous. Like I want one.
I
This
think it's
girl
only.
said,
I think it's only $25 on her
"Girl," she said, "Oh,
website.
I'm cheap. That sound pricey."
Girl, $25.
No, I'm just like,
This
I
is
guess
nice for $25,
it
boo.
is. It is. It is.
It's nice and durable. I've had this for I think I had this last year. I bought
Mm,
it for myself for Christmas.
okay.
It's nice and cozy, especially in the winter, y'all.
The best
It's not.
presents are the ones you gift yourself.
I got my sibling something similar, but uh, I got me the onesie because I like onesies, but I got them robes.
Oh, okay.
Except for my brother, I should have got him a robe, but I didn't.
Yeah, I can't lie. I know I'm a robe person. Like, give me a robe and make sure it touch my ankles. Turn me into granny. And I'll be happy. I'll be in my house cozy. Oh my gosh, you remember what they call them things? Snuggies. Oh my goodness. The
Oh yeah,
snuggie.
girl.
It was like
My
a
sister
what
got
over
something like that, but
yeah.
I think they call it a comfy now or something.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
too
Jayla be walking around and look like a big old blanket
hmm
jacket. She look kind of
It's
funny when
like
she's wearing it, low key.
that's needed though when you in a climate where you have, winters and snow, snowy winters and icy winters. So that's
Yeah,
just needed. Like
it really is.
literally. Oof. Mm.
Although, like, you would think that in Wisconsin is pretty cold. It's not cold at all right now. Like, yeah, it's been raining all day.
That is weird. Cause like this month's almost over. We're gonna be in January. So what I feel like in January for y'all is probably gonna show a little bit of snow and maybe it ain't gonna be a lot.
Well, that's how it's been the last probably 3 or 4 years. I want to
Hmm.
say maybe even I'm gonna say probably for the last 3 to 5 years. December hasn't been snowing. Like there might have been a couple. Like there was like a day and a half so far in December where it was like a little bit of snow, but for the
Yeah.
most part, it hasn't been snowing. And then when January comes around, then it's gonna be snowing. It's probably gonna be really freaking cold, probably more cold than snow because we just
Yeah.
been experiencing more cold days than snow lately, and
Mm.
which is really weird, y'all. Because shoot, Mariah knows when we were growing up,
Yeah.
it started snowing in November. Like for Thanksgiving, there was snow on the ground.
Yes.
Like
Literally.
snow where you're piled in, you can't leave the house. There was one year I remember this year too. There's 2 years I'm talking. There was one year it snowed so much you couldn't even leave the house.
Yes. Oh, we'll never forget that. That was just insane.
And then there was one year it was so cold it was like 20 below. I
Boy, we
remember
was in call us Antarctica. Call
for real.
Wisconsin Antarctica, Alaska. Because we was drowning. How are we living? Like the snowplow even was confused. Like he didn't know how he was gonna get it done. Like
I'm pretty
how
sure that day, because I'm pretty sure that year, because I think it was like 20 below for a whole day, and
mm,
then it was just really cold for like 3 or 4 days,
Mm, mm,
and I'm
Girl,
pretty
you
sure
got me.
that day that was 20 below, like
I'm getting
shoot,
cold just thinking about it.
there was no clouds. Nobody went outside. I think it was dangerous to go out there.
Nobody.
I remember one
Listen.
time we let the dog out and he couldn't even stay out there for like a second. Like his paws were freezing while he was trying to pee.
Oh, dang. Yeah, it's like, oh, man. Y'all.
Yeah.
That's
Zane.
like, let us know if you've experienced any like weather changes from where you live at, like for winters, if you're on that side of the states where it snows. And just if you notice any weather pattern changes, let us know.
I mean, I heard it snows in Texas, so who knows, girls? Who knows? But I will say this. I hear a lot of people talking about uh, global warming, global
Mm-hmm.
warming, and I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying that global warming is not a thing, but what I really, really believe is that our human calendar does not align with the actual calculation of time, and I feel like
Oh,
we're behind in time. Honestly, I feel like we're behind in time, and that might be why time feels like it's speeding up.
that's interesting.
That's my personal thing. Zane, I'm gonna pop you. What are you doing? Come sit down.
That's something to think about.
Sit down. Sit. Sit your butt. Sit down. Sit down.
Ooh.
Go on, pop. Boy. Boy.
Oh man.
Play with me. Quit playing with me. Fire ninja.
Dang, I'm mad. There's something in my head, but I don't remember what the heck I was thinking about.
Come here. You lost your thought.
It was something I was reading about, and I'm mad. It was just something about a clock. Something about the clock. You got your clock that goes clockwise, and then you got counterclockwise. It goes the opposite way, but I literally don't remember what I was like what it was about that I was reading. And now I'm really mad because it would be a good conversation to really talk about right now. But I have to come back to it.
Yeah.
Come back to it. But now that you're saying that, it literally triggered it, and I literally just don't remember what it was that I was reading about. So I can't even explain none of it. Wah, wah,
Dang
wah.
it.
But like, what if you're right though? Like, what if you know somehow like we're supposed to be moving clockwise, but what if we're going kind of backwards, low key? Like over time,
Oh,
over the years, like what if slowly something's like happening to where
interesting. That's not what I
right?
meant, but that is an
No?
interesting perspective.
Yeah, girl.
Because I
Just
was just
because
talking about, like, I thought, like, I was thinking, like, for one, maybe there's more days in the month than what we're considering is in a month. Maybe there's more months in a year than we're considering in a year. Maybe we're supposed to be years ahead of where we consider ourselves to be at right now.
girl. All I know is I need to meet somebody. I need to meet some more spiritual people and have some deep conversations because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, but it's like I'd rather talk about it first with some people before I start talking about it. Um, so I like know what I'm talking about, if that makes sense. Like there's a lot of questions that I want some answers to in my personal experiences. Um, but yeah, just random thought. But I think we should roll it back in so we can get started.
Yeah, I was gonna
Ah,
say we're about 20 minutes in here.
y'all, man, it goes so quick.
You want to lead us in the prayer? And we can go ahead and
Yeah.
get ready. Let's
Um,
get it. Come on, Zane. Let's get it started and hot. Let's get
he's
it
like, please,
started.
mom,
Yeah.
stop.
Ah,
His face.
yeah, 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 yeah. Running, and running, and running. Okay, I'll stop.
Okay, I'm like saying for saying that. Like, mama.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, dear Lord, I just ask that you be present in the spaces that me and Leo are taking right now. Make them blessed with your presence, Lord. Be here with us. Keep this space sacred and safe for us. Protect us. And give us the knowledge and the wisdom that we need from you, Lord, in this moment. Um, give us your word. Give us deep reflections and revelations that we can put onto your people and just spread your message. Lord, I just also ask you to put a hand on your people, especially just during this season and, with our holiday, um, and that, you protect your people and just remind them to let go of any stress, burdens, or any negative thoughts and just, be present with their families and themselves. Um, and not focus too much on lack of, and just focus on their blessings right now. Just focus on what they do have, um Lord. And I just ask you to put a healing hand on your people, for all who needs it right now, Lord. um and um you know I will say, also, with it being December and the end of the year, Lord, I just also want to add that you um, comfort, comfort, and show just love to anybody in the month of December who have possibly lost a loved one, and just be present with them, Lord. Um, you know, Also be present with my grandmother, and just show her compassion, Lord. Show her comfort in this season, so that she can just, um, be happy, um, and just protect your people, Lord. Protect your people, make them safe, and just clear their minds, Lord. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's get it going.
Girl, you gotta remind me to tell you something at the end of this live.
I'll make a note
Please don't forget,
because we'll both forget.
Ah. Y'all, I can't lie. I'm really like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, that tired where you close your eyes and you almost fell asleep. And ooh, Lord, give me the energy. Give me the energy. That's all I got to say.
We just need a little bit more and then it's bedtime.
Well, shoot, not for me. I got a lot of things going on over here. Yeah, I'm about to deep clean this house. I can't even lie. Like, the kitchen's clean. I gotta clean these floors, mop them. It's a whole thing. But anyways.
I'm going to sleep because I have my coaching session tomorrow with my group and
Mhm.
then I have to go to work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna lead us into reading, or you want me to start?
I got you.
Okay.
So, making the priestly garments. So, make sure y'all can see me good. Right. From the blue and purple and scarlet yarn, they made finely woven garments for ministering in the holy place. They made the holy garments for Aaron as the Lord had commanded Moses. He made the ephod of gold, blue, and purple, and scarlet yarns, and fine twined linen. And they hammered out gold leaf. They hammered out gold leaf, and he cut it into threads to work into the blue and purple and scarlet yarns, and into the fine twined linen in skilled design. They made for the ephod attaching shoulder pieces, joint to it at its two edges, and the skillfully woven band on it was of one piece with it, and made like it of gold, blue, and purple and scarlet yarns, and fine twined linen, as the Lord had commanded Moses. They made the onyx stones enclosed in settings of gold filigree and engraved like the engravings of a signet according to the names of the sons of Israel. And he set them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod to be stones of remembrance for the sons of Israel, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He made the breastpiece in the skilled work in the style of the ephod of gold, blue, and purple and scarlet yarns, fine twined linen. It was square. They made, excuse me, excuse me. They made the breast piece doubled, expand its length and expand its breadth when doubled, and they set in it 4 rows of stones, a row of sardius, topaz, carbuncle was the first row. The second row, an emerald, a sapphire, and a
Carbuncle, girl.
diamond.
I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Why'd I say carb and an uncle?
Carbuncle. I know
Oh my
it make me want to look up because I know what topaz is,
god.
but I've never heard of sardius. So I kind of want
Ew,
to look
I
at
think
these.
topaz is my birthstone. That thing is. I can't lie, y'all. I never liked my birthstone because I had like it was like a yellow orangey, and I just remember there'd be so much beautiful colors. But
Yeah.
I mean, now thinking about it, it is a beautiful color.
So this is what the sardius stones looks like.
Oh, they're like a bloody color, honestly.
Topaz has different colors, I think, because I have a lemon topaz, but it's very clear. Yeah, there's different colors, but it's like a clear color, whatever. I mean,
Mm,
it's like a clear
yeah,
stone, like you can see through it.
yeah, girl.
And then what's the other carbuncle? Carbuncle stone. Never
I
heard
should
that one.
appreciate my gemstone as it is the color of the sun. The sun.
So this must be like it's confusing, guys. This must be the carbuncle stone.
Dang, girl, that thing looking like a prime rib.
Oh my gosh.
That thing's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a
I
stone
think
like that in person.
that was a raw one, so these are
Yeah.
like what they look like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Interesting.
then so the second row, we know what emerald, sapphire, and diamond look like, right? Should I pull
Yeah.
those up too?
I would say sapphire. Y'all, emerald is that bright green gem, but you can show them the middle one.
Sapphire.
Sapphire. Because I honestly forgot what sapphire looks like.
The
And
blue stone.
diamond. Oh yeah.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, that's nice. I can't lie, y'all. I just had a whole vivid image of what it looks like on my hand, and I could pull it off.
Yeah, you
I
could.
could
Or I
pull it
thought you
off.
had one as a necklace. That blue one.
Mm.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm just making things
Maybe,
up.
maybe not. I've had some in the past, like not. I don't think that. Like I used to have something that was blue in the past. Past.
Yeah,
This
that's
was
what I
years,
meant.
like a couple years ago. I don't know what happened to that thing, but I definitely have a amethyst, which is the purple one.
Yeah,
I wish I had more though. I want one like all colors.
yeah. Anyways, in
Okay.
the third row, a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst. So we know what the amethyst look like. So let's look at jacinth.
Hmm.
How's it spelled? Jacinth. Jacinth.
Yo no
Oh,
sé. Yo no sé.
you're not looking at it?
Oh, my bad, girl.
It's too late.
I
I
I
figured it
know.
out.
Yo, I blanked out.
It's like a pretty little brown stone. I like it,
Oh yeah, that is
honestly.
really nice. Ooh, that's good for for us. I feel like I've seen that on a lot of black people, older black like grandmas.
It do look like something grandmas would wear.
Yeah, like I'm sure my grandma's had earrings like that, like a whole set.
Pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was jacinth. I know what agate looks like. So agate comes in different colors.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
have some agate stones, but
Girl.
basically, which I actually really like this. So basically, you can see agate comes in different colors. What defines agate, I think,
Oh,
is
I have
the
that one.
ripples.
I have the orangey one.
Yeah, it's the ripples in the stone. That's how you can define the agate.
And those are really nice. They're very, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm so sorry, y'all, if I'm acting weird on this live. I'm so loopy right
Here's
now.
some more. I have some pink agates, but I don't really like them because I think they're fake.
Oh, ooh, yeah, I remember my start of my crystal journey, girl. I was really judging everything. Like, y'all better not be up in here telling me fake crystals.
Yeah,
I did my research on the clear crystal quartz because I remember like that's a popular one that they would try to cheat y'all. And you want that clear crystal quartz to be crystal clear, authentic.
yeah. And I'll just show y'all the amethyst real quick too. That's if you never knew what that
Yeah,
looked like.
amethyst.
That's an amethyst.
Mm, girl, you're just showing us all these quartz, and I'm just daydreaming and picturing a big jewelry case of all this.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna pull up this emerald. I ain't even gonna lie, cause I just like the color of it.
You
I
know
just
what
like.
I've noticed recently, girl? I've been having some deep, like, mental, like, being able to picture things strongly in my mind.
Mhm. That's
Like,
good. That's good.
yeah, that's yeah, a little different.
Get them visualization powers going.
Girl, they activated.
Put emeralds over
Yes.
really pretty green stones.
Ooh, this
I
is
think.
reminding.
Oh, what you gonna say?
Oh, just that, like, I don't know if y'all ever actually like went to one of those places where they dump the sand and rocks and stuff, and then you shift through it to see what gem you find. And then I think they might even like find something where you're able to crack it in half to see what's actually
A
inside.
geode? Not a
Yeah.
geode?
Well, you ever been to I don't know if you've been to the Dells at one of them places. You buy a bucket of sand. Probably a bucket of sand and stuff, and they would have like gems for you. Like you'd have to find gems. Never mind, it's just random.
No, I've never been to the Dells like that. I think the only place I've been to at the Dells is Mount Olympus, and I've only
Yeah,
been to the Dells once.
I
But
guess
I have been
that
mining
too.
for stones. I have done that before.
Oh, girl, we
Which,
need
if
to
you've
do
never mined
that.
for stones, you just a tip, y'all. I'm gonna let you know right now. You most definitely need some thick gloves. Them stones is sharp to pull out the ground.
I want to do it. I want to do mine.
It's fun. You also, especially if you're going somewhere where it's hot, because I did it in Georgia. I
Girl,
did it in LaGrange, Georgia. You need
I'm
some
about to.
water. We
I'm
almost
about to.
passed out
Oh,
because I was doing it for like 4 hours. I was like insistent. I
girl,
was trying to find some.
you was trying, huh?
I was trying to find some rarities.
I feel it, girl. I would be up in there like, what you mean you ready to go? No,
For real,
no. You
honestly.
gonna have to pick me up out of here.
So I promise you, I left
I'm
with
gonna
like
see if
three
they have.
buckets.
I'm gonna see if they have a place here, girl.
Let me know.
I'm gonna see.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going though.
Okay.
So that was the third row with the agate, the amethyst, and the jackin. And then the fourth row is a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper. So I'm gonna look these up too. Beryl, beryl stone.
Oh, so what's funny too, y'all? I don't know where these are going. Oh, it's another breast piece. Oh, it's the same breast piece that they keep talking
Mhm.
about from last time. Okay,
Mhm.
cause I show. Okay,
So this beryl stone kind of looks like a greenish, bluish.
yeah,
Very,
that's actually really pretty. Actually, that'd probably be one of my favorite colors.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
kind of giving me like a fairy tale vibes. Low key, it kind of looks like this crystal right here, except this one that I have is a little different. I'm gonna pull it out for you guys.
yeah, it's actually funny because I actually do have a light blue crystal that I do use um for spiritual reasons.
It kind
Yeah,
of, okay, it kind of
mine's
looks
not
like
bad.
this one, except this one
Ooh,
is called. Dang, I forgot what this one's called. I think it's called Aqua Angel
that's
Quartz.
really pretty.
Yeah.
The only blue crystal I got is like literally like the cloud color. It's literally like the clouds.
Oh.
On a perfect day, it's like that. But that's really cool though. Mm, the one you got.
Yeah. Thank you. I forgot
Hmm.
where I got that one from. But okay, let me see.
Yeah.
Onyx.
Isn't onyx just black?
Uh I don't think so. Oh, I guess so.
I want to see what a jasper is.
Yep. Onyx.
Hmm. That's that. That's that gem or crystal that be up in those supernatural movies a lot.
It's interesting. Now I'm looking at LCASI because some of these do have like these are black onyx stones. And I told you guys that one that have the heart is a black onyx too, but it's got more brown colors and tan colors than black. Okay. The last one was Jasper.
She's down.
Jasper, I know what I also have a Jasper. So a Jasper is kind of like a darkish maroon red.
I just shot a man down.
You okay? This is Jasper.
Oh, cool. Those look like why them things look like red hot? The candy. I don't even like those things, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah. But these are really good for root chakra stones.
Oh, I need that then. I can't lie, y'all. That root chakra. Need some of
Yeah.
that. What is that?
All right.
Oh, that's the jasper.
Yeah, that was Jasper.
I've never heard of jasper. It's interesting.
You've never heard of Jasper?
I feel
Jasper.
like I haven't, girl. It's
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep reading.
yeah, girl.
All right. So they were enclosed in settings of gold filigree. There were 12 stones with their names according to the names of the sons of Israel. They were like signets, each engraved with its name for the 12 tribes. And they made on the breastpiece twisted chains like cords of pure gold. Excuse me. And they made two settings of gold filigree and two gold rings, and put the two rings on the two edges of the breastpiece. And they put the two cords of gold in the two rings at the edges of the breastpiece. They attached the two ends of the two cords to the two settings of filigree. Thus, they attached it in front of the shoulder piece of the ephod. Then they made two rings of gold and put them at the two ends of the breastpiece on its inside edge next to the ephod. And they made two rings of gold and attached them in front of the lower part of the two shoulder pieces of the ephod, and its seam above the skillfully woven band of the ephod. And they bound the breast piece by its rings to the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, so that it should lie on the skillfully woven band of the ephod, and that the breast piece should not come loose from the ephod, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He also he also made the robe of the ephod woven all of blue, and the opening of the robe in it was like the opening of a garment, with a binding around the opening, and so that it might not tear. On the hem of the robe they made pomegranates of blue and purple and scarlet yarn and fine twined linen. They also made bells of pure gold, with the bells between the pomegranates, all around the hem of the robe between the pomegranates, a bell and a pomegranate, a bell and a pomegranate around the hem of the robe for ministering, as the Lord had commanded Moses. I really wonder what the meaning of a pomegranate is. Like, why specifically pomegranates and bells? Like, what's the meaning?
Why they use that terminology?
Why they chose to use pomegranates and bells around the hem, around the bottom part of the clothing piece for the priest.
So, are they talking about the fruit?
Hmm?
What is pomegranate? Are they talking about the fruit?
Pomegranate is a fruit.
Oh, okay, that's what they're talking about, the fruit. I wasn't sure if they were talking about something else.
Yeah.
Um,
The only thing I could think of is possibly maybe because really it's a fruit, but it's a fruit of a thousand seeds. Like basically, the whole pomegranate is just a seed.
oh,
No, a bunch of seeds.
I was gonna say, but that's probably not right.
And the only way you eat it is you like eat the seed. You gotta chew on it. It is like I don't really like the taste of pomegranates. Honestly, my sister used to love those, but I'm not a fan. You like pop the seeds in your mouth. Then
Mm-hmm.
you eat the fruit of it and you spit the seeds out. It's
Yeah,
just, I
I'd
don't
be
know.
a type of person that likes that process. But
You said, oh,
I wonder. I was thinking. I wonder if that fruit then is one of the fruits that has the most seeds when it comes to seeds. But I'm not sure if that's true or not because a lot of fruit has a lot of seeds.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But
And
it do got a
also,
lot of seeds.
I can't remember. I wish I knew. Maybe you can look it up for us. You know, they say fruit will symbolize, by what it looks like of what part of the body it goes to. And the only thing I can think of is your red blood cells.
Huh.
Like that's what that kind of gives me, but you should see what pomegranate looks like in the like what does it look like? What organ of the body does a pomegranate represent? Because like they say, dang, I can't even think of nothing right now. They basically do side by side comparisons. Like I think a
I know what
strawberry
you mean.
for your womb. I'm mad that I don't remember that.
I don't see no side by side. Maybe I typed it in wrong, but basically the inside of this is what the inside of the pomegranate looks like, right?
Looks like for your brain, possibly. Dang, I want to look it up. Hold on.
Maybe the heart. I don't know. It says protect heart health, support exercise performance, recovery, promote brain function. So maybe heart and brain. It's good for inflammation.
I didn't find nothing either. But
Did
yeah,
you
I
hear
saw
me?
something highlighted for the brain. Huh.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
Yeah, you did. I did.
Oh, you heard me when I was saying heart health, brain, exercise,
Yeah.
performance.
I
Okay.
was also just gonna say too, wasn't able to look it up, but it kind of gives me the I bet also it works for your lymph nodes and stuff because like that's literally what it looks like. Like, as women in our breasts, we have these type of nodes
That's what
in
I
our
was thinking. The
armpits.
breast.
Yeah, and all over. Like, I just don't know specifically which areas, but we do have more going down our body. There's more of those things because they help filter our body.
They look
But that's
like they
interesting.
would be good, y'all,
I
but
can't lie, I want one now.
it's not that. I feel like
Trying to
it's
get into
overrated.
it. What's funny is like last week my butt was looking dead at it. It was like, do I want to get it right now? Eh,
I looked at them too. I just can't get into it.
girl,
Can't.
get into it. It's a popcorn snack.
Yeah.
Girl, come on, let's read this. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Uh, yeah. They also made the coats woven of fine linen for Aaron and his sons, and the turban of fine linen, and the caps of fine linen, and the linen undergarments of fine twined linen, and the sash of fine twined linen, and of blue and purple scarlet yarn, embroidered with needlework, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Zane, come here. Zane, what are you doing? Sit down. Right here. Sit. Sit down. Sit down. They made the plate of the holy crown of pure gold and wrote on it an inscription like the engraving of a signet, holy to the Lord, and they tied to it a cord of blue to fasten it on the turban above. And the Lord had commanded Moses. Thus all the work of the tabernacle of the tent of meeting was finished. And the people of Israel did according to all that the Lord had commanded Moses. So they did.
Bless you. Bless you.
Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
Where is I? Yeah. Then they brought the tabernacle to Moses, the tent, and all its utensils, its hooks, its frames, its bars, its pillars, its bases, the covering of tanned ram skin and goat skin, and the veil of the screen, the ark of the testimony with its poles, and the mercy seat, the table with all its utensils, and the bread of presence, the lampstand of pure gold. I'm finna whoop yo at AFS. This fucking dog. Yeah. He is so nasty. I ain't gonna tell you what he did.
Yeah.
The lampstand of pure gold, and its lamps with the lamp set and all its utensils, and the oil for the light, the golden altar, the anointing oil, and the fragrant scent, and the screen for the entrance of the tent. The bronze altar is grating of bronze, its poles and its utensils, the basin and its stand, the hangings of the court, its pillars and its bases, and the screen for the gate of the court, its cords and its pegs, and all the utensils for the service of the tabernacle, for the tent of meeting, the finely worked garments for ministry in the holy place, the holy garments for Aaron the priest, and the garments of his sons for their service as priests, according to all that the Lord had commanded Moses. So the people of Israel had done all the work, and Moses saw all the work, and behold, they had done it, and the Lord had commanded. So they done it. Oh, so had they done it, and Moses blessed them.
He blessed them. Bless me.
So, I mean, once we looked up all these pictures for these things, I mean, I guess it could have been like move, like they could just break it down easy, build it up again, like they could move it around. And I guess yeah, they did make it that way because they put handles on everything so they'd be able to make it. So they'd be able to move it.
Yeah.
But I mean, once we looked at the pictures, it kind of looked like, you know, once they set it up, it was at least set up for a minute, set up for a while. It also looked like this must be the new foundation for like they're saying the meeting place, but maybe this is like the beginning of what church looked like. That's what it kind of sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah. A sacred building to worship the Lord, to give offerings.
Yeah. It's just cool.
Yeah. Okay. You want me to continue reading?
Get into it, girl. I read the whole chapter.
I don't like the monotone voice in your voice.
Get into it, girl. I read that whole chapter.
Okay. Much more like it. The tabernacle erected. 40. Chapter 40. I want to say something, but I'm just not going
She
to.
said, she said, I don't like your tone.
Didn't like it.
I'm
It was too
trying to
stern.
think of. Did you finish all your errands?
Did you finish all your what?
It's a SpongeBob reference.
Oh.
It's It was Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs was being greedy, and he dropped a dime down the sink,
Oh.
and he went to reach for the dime, and somehow he got his big claws down the sink. But when he grabbed the dime, he couldn't get his claw out, and he refused to let go of the
To let
dime.
it.
He was like, "I could think of 10 reasons why not to let go of this dime." He wouldn't let it go, and he had everybody helping him pull, and he pulled so hard that he pulled his arms off.
Every dime counts, y'all. 2024.
Well, they had to take him to the hospital and his arms and the sink because he still would let go of the dime. And he
Girl.
put Squidward in charge of the Krusty Krab. And so Squidward took an opportunity of that time. He was like, "It's slow. It's a Saturday. Ain't nobody coming to the Krusty Krab." He's like, "SpongeBob, you're in charge. You're gonna cook and run the cash register because ain't nobody coming." He's like, "I'm gonna go do some errands." And really, what he was gonna do was go home and take a bath, take a bubble bath.
He sound like me. My boy. Dab on it.
He went home to take a bubble bath, but he couldn't. He didn't have no rest. He didn't have no peace because he kept having these images of SpongeBob just destroying the Krusty Krab and it being his fault because he left him there
Oh,
alone. Like he kept having visions of SpongeBob burning the Krusty Krab down or
it's
just
guilty.
like not doing anything. And so he kept running back and forth from his house to the Krusty Krab. And every time he would come in the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob would be like, "Are you finished with those errands yet?" And he would be like, "I don't like your tone." And SpongeBob was like, "Are you finished with those
Oh my
errands yet?"
gosh, girl. Woo. Okay, you're crazy. All right, y'all. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "On the first day of the first month, you shall erect the tabernacle of the tent of the meeting, and you shall put it on the ark, in the ark of the testimony, and you shall screen the ark with a veil." Oh, okay. "And you shall bring it in the table and arrange it, and you shall bring in the lampshade and set up its lamps, and you shall put the gold altar for incense before the ark of the testimony, and set up the screen for the door of the tabernacle. You shall set the altar of burnt offerings before the door of the tabernacle of the tent of the meeting, and the place of the basin between the tent and the meeting of the altar, and put water in it. You shall set up the court all around, and hang up the screen for the gate of the court." So basically, yeah, I'm pretty sure the court is like literally the fence outside of the tabernacle.
Mhm.
Then you shall take the anointing oil and anoint the tabernacle and all it is in it, and consecrate it on all its furniture, so that it may become holy. And you shall also anoint the altar of burnt offering and its utensils, and consecrate the altar, so that the altar may become most holy. You shall also anoint. All I'm hearing in this too, like as they're saying this type of wording, is anointing and stuff, is basically like, for me, I just feel like it's like just the intention, the power of intention, and every just under like belief and faith, that you're making it this, like you claim this energy and this these items on this tent, and therefore it is, right? And you're also speaking it into existence,
Yeah.
um, and also,
But
praying
I
about
mean,
it.
I agree with that. But what I was gonna say was, because I mean, a lot of times that's what I've heard. Especially people be like, you don't need no fancy anything with your anointing oils. Really, the what makes it fancy is the intention that you put into it, is the energy that you put into it. But I think it's important to also take notice of what the herbs that they
Yeah.
use for these oils, and especially because the Lord said that these were verified oils. I mean,
Mhm.
verified herbs and spices for these
Mhm.
oils and incense. And so
Yeah.
I think that that takes an accountability account too. Like, you could just use olive oil, but it
Mhm.
probably does add a little extra power just to have this specific mix of
Mhm.
spices in the oil for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. Yeah, but I was just saying, like, more so how they're saying anointing, like the items and the tent and stuff, like more
Yeah,
so
oh
that
yeah.
action. But yeah, 100%, like, there are certain herbs that have more power, like more healing properties and things like that. So like I believe it, like, if it's listed in there, read about the herbs, like, too, like, gain some, understand why, you know.
Tell them that is human nature. Oh, let me put
I like that. I don't know what that is, but that's on something. If you made that up.
No, honey, I did not.
Oh, I was like, that's the whole thing. I like
That's
it.
MJ.
Oh, well, that's embarrassing because my lack of education.
That's why I was like,
Girl, you gonna get me in trouble in this life.
well,
Anyways,
go look up human nature, honey.
okay.
MJ.
Where am I at, man?
Uh, are you at 9?
Probably.
Wait, no, 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 no. You are at 11? Yeah.
Okay. You shall also anoint the basin and its stand and consecrate it. Then you shall bring Aaron and his sons to the entrance of the tent of meeting, and shall wash them with water, and put on Aaron the holy garments. They better submerge Aaron in that water. You know
They need
I
to
was
put
gonna
the
say
oil in the
something.
water and then put him in the water, like dunk
Listen,
him in there a little bit. Make
ask
sure he
that
goes
man.
on there for a couple seconds.
Ask that man. How long can you hold your breath? Okay.
Don't just splash it in his face.
No, no. Submerge. You're going swimming today. um, and he may serve me as a priest. Um, yeah, and you shall anoint him and consecrate him, and that he may serve me as a priest. You shall bring in his sons also and put coats on them, and anoint them as you anointed their father. And they may serve me as priests, and their anointing shall admit them to a perpetual priesthood throughout their generations. This Moses did, according to all that the Lord commanded. So he did. In the first month of the second year, on the first day, um, of the month, the tabernacle was erected. Moses erected the tabernacle. He laid its bases and set up its frames and put in its poles and raised up its pillars. And he spread the tent over the tabernacle and put the covering of the tent over it, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He took the testimony and put it into the ark, and put the poles of the ark and set the mercy seat above the ark. And he brought the ark into the tabernacle and set up the veil of the screen. The ark of the testimony, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He put the table in the tent of meeting on the north side of the tabernacle, outside the veil, and arranged the bread on it before the Lord, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He put the lampstand in the tent of meeting, opposite the table of the south side of the tabernacle, and set up the lamps before the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. He put the golden altar in the tent of meeting before the veil, and burned fragrant incense on it, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He put it in its place and he put in place the screen for the door of the tabernacle, and he set the altar of burnt offering at the entrance of the tabernacle of the tent of meeting, and offered on it the burnt offering and the grain offering, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He set he set the basin between the tent of meeting and the altar, and put water in it for washing, which Moses and Aaron and his sons washed their hands and their feet when they went into the tent of meeting. And when they approached the altar, they washed as the Lord commanded Moses. And he erected the court around the tabernacle and the altar, and set up the screen of the gate of the court. So Moses finished the work. The glory of the Lord. Then the cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. And Moses was not able to enter the tent of meeting because the cloud settled on it. And the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle throughout all their journeys. Whenever the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the people of Israel would set out. But if the cloud was not taken up and they did not set out till the day, and it was taken up. Hold on, let me reread that. But if the cloud was not taken up, then they did not set out till the day, and it was taken up. For the cloud of the Lord was on the tabernacle by day, and fire was in it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys. What? So this cloud in the daytime was by the door, and at night it was fire?
Yeah. I guess then that makes sense why he would tell them to sacrifice the lamb at twilight and then at morning, because then throughout I'm assuming night or evening and nighttime, that's when they weren't allowed to get into the tent because it was covered by fire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, honestly.
I'm just trying to figure out this tongue twister of a sentence right here. Whenever the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the people of Israel would set out, which I'm assuming when the cloud was there and the Lord was like present in that moment, like in the daytime, like people would set out because they wouldn't be able to go in there. But if the cloud was not there, then they did not set out. So when the fire was there, they stood there. Like, I'm so confused. I'm assuming that's what that means. They did not set out to the day that it was taken up.
Well, I thought, shoot, I don't understand either, because I thought set out meant like they were traveling. But I'm
Oh
not sure.
no! Let me see. Whenever the cloud was taken up, over the time when the people would set out, they would leave. But if the cloud's not taken, then they. Oh yeah. So same thing then though. So when that cloud was there, they'd set out. So they travel, and then when the fire was there, they stayed. So
They stayed still.
yeah, like they may have stayed around there too, around the offering for a moment or something, but maybe they stayed in the area, like, and didn't travel during
Yeah.
that time because that's the sacrifice to the Lord. Maybe they have to stay, but also that's at twilight, so everybody should be kind of home.
Yeah, same.
But
Same. Same. Come
but that
here.
was a lot, y'all. That was a lot.
Hey, but we made it.
Yeah, and they all got blessed, after they finished that work, which is cool. I wonder, like, what do you think that really means? You know,
Mm-hmm.
when they say that, like, and Moses blessed them. Like, to
I
me,
think it's just like, oh, go ahead.
Well, to me, I was just gonna say, like, it sounded like it would mean like, since the Lord is with Moses, communicating with them, like, giving Moses probably extra, that spiritual energy, God's essence, that, when he blesses the people, like it'll provide them more blessings. Like basically the Lord blessed you and more things are like you're okay. Like everything you need, you're gonna have. What do you think?
Well, when I first heard it, it just made me think about who was that? I think it was Isaac when he was with his and when he was in his old age and he was dealing with his twin boys. What was their names? Esau and Jacob, was it? Or,
Dang, I don't know if it's Jacob, but definitely Esau.
yeah. And well, it just made me think about that when he was dealing with them. And Jacob came and kind of stole that blessing from Esau. And when Esau came around to get his blessing, uh, Isaac couldn't give him a blessing because he pretty much gave everything to Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if it was Jacob, but and so I mean when I hear it, I think it just means like a verbal confirmation, like verbal testimony of
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like verbal affirmations of great things that come to your life. It's like speaking words of your life to me. That's
Yeah.
kind of what giving a blessing means.
Mm.
So it'd be like basically he told him like, you're gonna be ruling over your brother, right? And so whatever at this time, whatever you say is done. Like they can't like they lie, they know that they can lie now, but your word is bond. So the blessing is the bond of your word. I guess that's a simple way to put it.
Okay.
So I think it probably was like Moses was like, you know, all the people of Israel are holy and righteous or something like that. Like he just probably said something that was a blessing to all of the people.
Mm.
Probably put like some extra faith and hope and encouragement in them.
Mm.
Probably gave them something to make them feel like they had purpose in their life, to make them feel
Mm.
like they were valued just by the words that he said.
It's like they poured more into their own cup.
Or he poured into their cup.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, yeah. That's what
Okay.
I think.
Fill them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And therefore they shouldn't be having those self-doubts and stuff. They should be more resilient to when things come their way
Yeah.
and getting influence. Okay. That's good. But I cannot lie, I am ready to wrap this up. I am
Well, let's
I
wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
don't but
So I'll go ahead and pray us out.
okay, girl.
Divine Father, Mother, Holy Spirit, thank you for gathering us all here and being with us today. As we have closed out the book of Exodus and we head into the next book of Leviticus. Lord, thank you for all the lessons that we've learned from the experiences of Moses and the people of Israel, and really like to be able to see the depth and just the trials that they've gone through, and the how how they've had to go through a process of purging from old things, old ways of being, and really learning and relearning and continuously learning how to really just be people of God and follow you in your light, and really learning how to trust you in the moments and in them times of quietness and stillness, and be patient for you and waiting for your word without jumping too fast. Lord, I feel that we learned so much in this book on um, on faith and courage and patience, not even just from us, from a human standpoint, but even from your own perspective when we look deeper and see how ways that you have been able to self correct and move in integrity moving forward, and how we can also apply these things to our own lives so that we are able to walk more in the same footsteps and be in on walk down the path that you created for our lives, Lord. And so we praise your name and we glorify your name and we lift you up in this time, this season. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Ain't gonna lie, I almost forgot about that one.
I can't lie. I didn't realize you were done with the prayer. I don't know if you said amen real quick or what, but I was like,
Yeah.
is that it? I was like, is this the right time? That's too funny, the look on my face. But
Yeah, yo,
okay.
look did get me confused though.
I was confused. Trying not to interrupt, but like, did I miss my cue? It's time I gotta go. But ooh, thank you. Ooh, I'm grateful to have done this. Okay. And be in
Right.
the spirit. Mm.
So just a quick reminder, y'all. Quick reminder before we close this one out. We will be out of this until 2024. We'll see you next year.
We'll see you next year. Mhm.
Until then, y'all
Okay.
have a blessed end of the year.
Be
Happy
safe.
holidays.
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
Merry
Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year's. Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. I was your hype man. Get into it, everybody. Be safe. Stay blessed. And keep your head up.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
All
Bye.
right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.